Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. First pitch of the at-bat. Line towards center field. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Yeah, Matty, you take a look at this lineup. The one thing that jumps out is the fact that they are last in stolen bases. They are station to station trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark, trying to get in good counts and drive the baseball out of the yard to create their runs.
Saison.
Digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. First shot for him here as he enters play, currently leading the senior circuit in batting. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Man, I don't think he could have bisected those fielders any better if he tried. Drove that one into the alley for a gapper that'll bring him easily into second base.
Standing in now, Aaron Altair. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Puig is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. Danger averted following the 2-out double. It's on to the bottom of the first. No score on MLB Network. Standing in, Andrew Toles. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Andrew Toles.
He's set. Here it comes. Curveball that time, not even close. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this is why we do what we do. Two first-place teams going to go at it today. Don't know how this is going to shake out. Is this playoff baseball? Come early a little bit. Interested to see how the managers go about it. We got some stars out on the field today.
Time now to check out how the hometown Dodgers line up in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Yeah, Matty, you've got to keep an eye on Yasiel Puig. He's averaging over an RBI game over his last 10, and I'll tell you what, that's being a total difference maker. It seems like every time he has a runner on base, he's relaxed. He understands what he's trying to do, and he's driving most of it in. Very dangerous right now.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Williams is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting third, the shortstop, Corey Seager.
Here's Corey Seager, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this.
And he will get there to make the running play, and that down in order. Still no score. Digging in the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. He enters this one second in the National League round trip category. Dan Dero, you check out this Dodger team as they enter play here tonight. They come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, Matty B, this team's been playing some good ball. You know, Yogi Berra has that saying, it's getting late early, and Dero, they're starting to open up a nice lead in the month of May.
I like that line right there. Yeah, without question, this team has played well the whole month of April, found themselves in first place with a nice division lead, and they want to continue to put that foot on the throttle.
At the plate, Michael Franco, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race. First pitch on its way. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike one.
Hey, he gets a pass right there for that ugly swing. He's been having a monster season. Take a step out of the box, regroup. He'll get right back in this AB.
A bouncer up the middle. LeCastro ranges to his right. No problem here, one away.
Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. And let's focus on Corey Seager. Cal Ripken Jr., anyone? This guy looks like the spitting image of Iron Man. I think he's just scratching the surface of a Hall of Fame career. Multiple MVPs, Gold Gloves, you name it. Corey Seager is on fire.
Short, hit hard, reined in. Only play is going to be at first, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening marker of the ballgame. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Left side. Seager has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Justin Turner. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Off the plate and in, it's a ball and a strike.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Herrera is there, and he has it for the first out.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And let's take a look at first baseman Carlos Santana. Originally came up from the minors as a catcher. Also has dabbled at DH, but don't get it twisted. This guy can handle first base as well with soft hands and big-time power at the plate.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Line drive to center field. Herrera is there now, and he has it, 2 gone.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Phillies have an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. 2-2 to the Dodgers catcher.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. It remains 1. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Edobrey Ramos. 9-1-2 due up. Hit back toward the mound. And this is taken for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Digging in to try it again. Odubel Herrera hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball there to start him out. This is bounced foul for the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. Around first, he's digging for second. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Up next will be Nick Williams. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll send it on to first, and that'll freeze the runner at second with 2 away now.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Cesar Hernandez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Peterson is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. 1 left for Philadelphia. They lead it 1-0. Here's Jock Peterson now. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Lifted the other way out to left center. Chasing after it is Herrera. And that's the first out of the inning. Digging in, Chase Utley. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. So here's the Dodgers pitcher, Rick Porcello. His guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. 0-1 the count. Way in front of that fastball.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes?
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do. Striding in once again, Aaron Altair as we begin the top of the 4th. First pitch on its way. Swinging a soft liner. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So the Phillies get a man on to start out the inning.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
From the stretch. Hit hard on the ground to the right. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now you've got a couple of guys on.
Toles patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
Now batting, catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Ready for another chance? Jorge Alfaro. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. 1 there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So they pick up no runs on. And that'll bring in the speedy left-handed hitter Andrew Toles back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
That's a hit, the first in this game for the Dodgers. Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. Toles takes the turn at third. He wants it all. He'll score, and the Dodgers have drawn even. We're all square at 1 apiece.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the Parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
Into the box now, Tim LaCastro, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Santana trying to get there.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1. Here comes the first pitch. Breaking ball stays high. Seager is a guy that thrives in these opposite-handed matchups. He's often considered one of the absolute best hitters in the game against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, because
there's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A A solo home run for Corey Seager, number 13 for him on the year, and the Dodgers move out in front. It's 2-1. In now, Justin Turner. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys, getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And both guys have been coming with some low to mid 90s heat here. 96 versus 93 as the top 2 speeds thus far. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yasiel Puig hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. In there, and it's 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs come across here. So next to the plate for the Phils, J.P. Crawford. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First pitch on its way. And he fouls this one off. Crawford is 6'2" and bats left, but throws right-handed. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter. Lifted into center field, waiting on it his toes. 1 out.
The pitcher, number 61, Edebray Ramos.
So here now is the pitcher, Edebray Ramos. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Soft liner to the right side, but this will be taken easily at first, and there are 2 gone.
Now back, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Digging in and looking for more, Odubel Herrera. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Peterson has a read on it, and that ends the inning. Phillies. Next up for Los Angeles, Yasmani Grandal, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one right down Main Street. And that one just missed outside. Breaking ball in for a strike.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight.
That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions. And when a guy starts leaving the curveball up, that's a sign he's beginning to tire a little bit out there. He's got to be able to get on top of that pitch, or he's going to start getting hurt.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Jock Peterson becomes the 2nd out in the bottom of the 5th. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Hey, he's close to having another quick inning right there with 2 quick outs. He's been very economical with his pitches, and if he continues to go like this, the bullpen might get a day off.
Takes a high fastball for a strike. Fouled off. Here's another 0-2. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Ready once again, Nick Williams. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
Nick Williams.
Lifted the other way to left center. Giving Chase his tolls. And a diving effort in center, but he can't get a glove on it.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Saison Hernandez. He swings and sends it on a line to right center. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
It's so important, Mark, to start to make quality pitches. And if you don't, this is what can happen. 2 batters, 2 base hits, first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, and you just got to prepare yourself as an offensive player. You're just trying to get the runner in from third. You can't worry about creating a monster inning. Do your job.
And he'll get back in standing. Standing in now, Aaron Altair, as he lines it out to center. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. And they'll tie the ball game as the run scores, evening things at 2.
Now batting.
Hey, Dero, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
Here's Carlos Santana now as he swings and grounds it toward the hole. To second for 1. Return throw gets him at first. It's a 3-6-1 double play.
Oh, that double play gave him a really good chance to minimize the damage here. 1 run has come across, but now he just has to work to strand that runner at third. Would be pretty huge if he can do that.
Digging in once again, Michael Franco. He's grounded out and lined out in 2 trips. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. No balls and a strike to count. Hernandez on third with 2 out. Soft liner towards center. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. And the go-ahead runs in to score as they break the tie. It's 3-2.
Boy, Dero, that's a case right there. He hit it just like he throwed it soft. Not hit all that hard, but it gets the runner in from third.
Yeah, but you know what? Tomorrow's newspapers are going to be wrapping fish, so who cares about? I don't care if it's
a swing and a high drive to right center field. And this hops over the wall out there for a ground rule double, and maybe a tough break as that'll freeze the runner at third with 2 gone.
Definitely a break right there for the defense with the ground rule double. If that ball stays in play, there's a pretty good chance the runner from first is able to score since he's moving on contact with 2 outs. Instead, he's forced to stay at third, so we'll see if they're able to strand him there.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. 3 runs, 10 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. To short. Seager over to his left. Throw on to first, and an important pitch there as they get out of the inning before things explode. So 2 runs on 5 base hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. The Phillies lead it 3-2. Chris Taylor is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6.
Chris Taylor. Now pitching for Philadelphia, number 40, Tommy Hunter.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Comes into play here at 273. 5 homers, and he's driven in 24. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
1-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
And that'll bring in the speedy left-handed hitter Andrew Toles. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Takes a look at a fastball down the middle for strike number 2.
You know, it's great to be patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but you have to be ready to hit. And that was a really hittable pitch, and now you've got to deal with an 0-2 count.
A pause, and the 0-2. This is pulled into right. But he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
Into the box now, Tim LaCastro, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. A ball and a strike.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
Hit in the air out to left. Altair is going to get there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Dodgers down in order. They're down.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 7, Julio Urias.
As Verbal Cabrera is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. Oh, this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
You never want to take the aggression away from a ball player, but in this situation, I'd like to see the leadoff guy try and work the count a little bit more, especially when his pitcher's missing like he is.
Bullet back up the middle. And the pinch hitter is retired here, 1 away.
Up next for Philadelphia, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Odubel Herrera, he's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Lifted down the line in left. On the move is Peterson, and they can't run it down. The windup and the 0-1. Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2. Line, but speared on a hop. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
The right fielder, number 5.
Up next will be Nick Williams. First pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Grounded back up the middle. LaCastro comes up with it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Philadelphia.
Here's Corey Seager. He'll start things out against Jared Eichhoff as this inning gets underway.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Pulled toward right center field. Herrera's there. 1 out.
This guy's not wasting any time, right? Gets a first pitch fastball, and he flies out deep on the first pitch of the inning.
First pitch on its way. Here's a strike.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2.
Hey, from a pitcher's standpoint, sometimes the greatest pitch is the slider that backs up. He got away with that one, but he wants that thing to bury down the way.
Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Lifted in the air to center field. Pereira moves over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The right fielder, number 66, Yasiel.
Ready for another chance. Yasiel Puig. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. But it bends just foul into the second deck. Curveball locks him up, strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. Still a 3-2 ball game. Digging in and looking for more, Cesar Hernandez. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Saison Hernandez.
Back to him on the mound. And this will be put away easily for the out. It's been the kind of game we've come to expect here at Dodger Stadium over the years as you check the line score. Pitching, defense, and not a whole lot of offense to this point. Digging in to try it again. Aaron Altair. He singled his last time up. Lined hard toward right center. Again, a nice clean base hit, his 3rd of the game.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
So now Carlos Santana. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. Altair rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate. And they now lead by 2.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a 1-1 game where every pitch is so important. You're 1 pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
Into the box, Maikel Franco. As he'll swing and pop it up toward the left side of the infield. Turner takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down.
Now batting.
Ready once again, Jorge Alfaro. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Trying to keep the deficit right where it is. The pitch. Hit out towards second. LeCastro is up with it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1 for the Phillies here on the RBI double. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, and Philadelphia's taken a 4. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Career line against Jared Eichhoff. He's 1 for 5 to 3rd. And there's 1 away. And in a 4-2 game, time to check the numbers here. It's our starter comparison as we see how these 2 performances stack up against one another. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Now the pitch. Missed with a slider.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Curveball just about rung him up, but it's to 2-2. Popped him up. Franco waits on it, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Chase Utley.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chase Utley. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. In there, no balls and a strike. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Now ball line softly down the right field line. Foul. The next 0-2. Fouled away. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far.
Well, that's just the case, D-Roll. You got to make a little bit better pitches with 2 strikes. Jumps ahead 0-2, and then a couple of foul balls, and on pitch number 5, he squares one up for a base hit.
Hit pretty well out to deep left field. So that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. The runner from first crosses the plate. It's now a 4-3 ball game.
That's just some great base running from the guy at first. The ball had plenty of air under it, but he got a good read, recognizing it wasn't going to be caught, and he hustled all the way around home. That's something that shouldn't go unrecognized in that play.
2 balls and no strikes. The count to the Dodgers center fielder.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching it.
Herrera is there to make the catch, and they'll get out of this with the lead intact. Dodgers get 1 on the double by Matt Kemp. 9th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 4 and the Dodgers 3. Scott Alexander enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Alexander.
First offering on its way. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor it.
And that's off his leg on the mound. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still 1 good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Roll, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher. And there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Hard on the ground toward short, right to him. The second for 1, and that didn't work out too well as the pinch hitter comes on to bounce into a double play.
Coming on as a pinch hitter is a tough spot to be in, but that's the last thing you want to do when your skipper calls on you. Not going to be happy about that.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. As he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. 2-seam fastball, sinker. He stayed inside it. Didn't have the action the pitcher would have liked.
You know, that's a sinker right there, Mark, that's intended to be down in the zone. And this pitcher better get the ball down because he can't live up in the strike zone.
Up next will be Nick Williams. And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field. But this will not get down quickly enough as it's pulled in out there in center, and that ends the inning. Phillies strand 1, but they hang on to a 1-run lead. Vince Velasquez comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Number 28.
Leading off the inning, Tim LaCastro, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Chopped weakly to the left. Tough play for Franco. And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame.
Now batting, the shortstop, Corey Seager.
Digging in once again, Corey Seager. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a breaking ball stays outside. And he stayed high with a changeup, apparently. Ball 2.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Corey Seager. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Ready for another shot now, Justin Turner. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Lined hard toward right center. And don't change the channel yet, as extra bases are going to put the tying run in scoring position. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. So he waited till the 9th inning when he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty B, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he didn't.
There's a lot of pressure on you because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
And he struck him out, and the ball game is over as they get the possible tying run over to third, but can't get him across.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they